think that the first thing we have to do is make a clear statement. Listen, I'm from a party, and we believe that we do have to separate from the Palestinians and come to an agreement. But what's happening right now, and everyone knows it, is a direct result of the incitement and the lies regarding a takeover of Al-Aqsa, number one. And number two, the moment these attacks started happening, where was the condemnation from the Palestinian side? We came out immediately when Jews carried out an attack and condemned it. The moment Israel as a whole, left or right, sees those two factors in place, it's no longer a political issue. The onus is right now on the Palestinian side to correct what's happening in the Palestinian street. And until that happens, we can't even talk about the political horizon.
Yes, thank you for using the term incitement. And let me ask you, excuse me, Lucy.
Yes, of course.
Who's inciting? Who's inciting against the other? The Palestinians are inciting against Netanyahu?
I opened the Palestinian textbooks that were handed out at the beginning of this year, and they were inciting young children to do what they're doing right now. Do Jewish textbooks say that?
Excuse me to warn you a little bit. You are talking to an educationalist, and don't use this big lie that the Palestinian textbooks
I'll bring them next time.
Bring them.
I'll bring them. I will bring them, and I want you here to see them.
I'd like you to go and read what Danny Bitan wrote about your textbooks, okay? Inciting against the Palestinians.
Are you willing to condemn the violence that is taking place in the streets right now? Look into the camera and say you are against the Palestinians that are murdering Jews in the streets of Israel.
I am against any form of violence.
Not any
form of violence.
Can you say the words, you're against the Palestinians murdering Israelis in the streets?
And I'm against your violence against the Palestinians.
I will say it. I'll look in the camera. I am against Jews who murder Palestinians. And can you look at the camera and say the opposite?
I am against using violence against any...
This is the source of the problem,
any human being, Israeli or Palestinian.
Can you please look at the camera and say you're against Palestinians? Murdering Jews in Israel.
Listen, cousin, you don't know me. I said this.
You don't know me, but I said it. I condemned it, and you won't.
I condemned it. I condemned it.
You haven't. The camera's there. Here's your chance.
Yes.
Tens of thousands of people are watching.
I condemn the killing and the use of violence against any Israeli. Okay?
Can you say I'm against Palestinians murdering innocent Israelis in the streets of Israel?
I'm against murdering any Israeli civilian. Okay, but I'm not against resisting the occupation.
You're asking me what I believe we should work towards? I believe that we should work towards a situation where we will recognize a Palestinian state, and the Palestinians will recognize that the Jews have a right to a state, and we're separate from one another because there's no possibility, unfortunately, of us being together.
Cousin, you don't need to prove that water is wet. We have already recognized the Israeli right to have a state in 1948 territories, and you have to practically recognize that the Palestinians have the right to have a Palestinian state in the 1967 occupied territories.
Maybe I missed the statement where there was a statement of the Jews have a right to their state. Maybe I missed that. I think it'll be a very important step for it to happen.
I'm telling you, the PLO has already recognized this.
Maybe they recognize that, and I also missed it.
They recognize the right of Israel to exist.
Not the right of the
as a state.
Not as a Jewish state.
Not as a Jewish state. I'm not recognizing. You know, when you say a Jewish state, what does this mean? That she has to take her luggage and go back
Absolutely not.
No.
As a Jewish value, Lucy and I are good.
I can tell you that as a Muslim in the Israeli Jewish state, believe me, I won't take my bag and leave in such a quick way.
But Lucy, here's the amazing thing. And even though I'm willing to agree to it, on the Palestinian side, no Jew will be able to stay there. Arabs, yes, in the Jewish state, no Jews in the Arab state.
But
think about that one.
But you were living in Iraq, and you were living in Syria,
and was chased out. And was chased out. You're right. They chased us out of there.
Thank you very much for being with me.